going on, everyone? I hope y'all are doing well today. I'm Larry the Batman fan. So, I wanted to say thank you for getting me to 300 subscribers. I do appreciate that very much. Hopefully, we can get to 400 eventually. So that I have to throw out there. I'm thankful to y'all for that. Um, anyways, this video we're doing is another top 10 worst rappers. I did talk about the worst rappers before, but there were some rappers that I left off the list that I do think suck and should be on this list as well. So be sure to check out that first video I did talking about the worst rappers and then watch this video, because there are still other rappers out there that I think really stink. I had it written down. Let me see. Where's that piece of paper? Is this it? No, that's not it. Gee, I had just written it down and put it somewhere, but I remember some of the rappers, and this is in no particular order. But I think that the number one rapper for this list is probably Riff Raff. I mean, that guy really sucks at rapping. He has like no type of flow whatsoever, no lyrical ability. Um, Half of what he says doesn't make sense. You know, he's another white rapper. And I know a lot of people out there, they like to hate on the white people who rap. They think that white rappers are pretty much garbage, except for Eminem. Eminem's like the only one that people can relate to and say, yeah, Eminem is dope. But that's not exactly true, because there are other good white rappers out there. I think Vanilla Ice is good. I don't know why he gets a lot of hate for some reason. I think that Tom MacDonald and Mac Lethal are also really good for white rappers as well, being white and rapping and having good flow and everything. They're really good. And Mac Miller was also a good rapper. It's a shame that he's no longer here on planet Earth, because he did drugs and stuff, and he died from drug overdose. But Riff Raff is not a good rapper. He stinks. Watch one of his freestyles. He did a freestyle on Sway in the morning. That guy and some black lady thought he was really good, but what does Sway know? Sway features whack MCs, and then he puts good MCs on sometimes. But not all the time does he put good MCs on. He says, no whack MCs here. Then he puts fucking Soldier Boy on there, and that other garbage rapper, Riff Raff, on there as well. And there was a few others that he featured in the past that I wouldn't call good either. Like I think he interviewed Lil Yachty, and Lil Yachty is another trash rapper in my opinion. So Riff Raff's number one. Number two is damn, I hate when I lose my listing. I can't really put this together unless I write this down, but I'm just going off the top of my head. Number two is Rich White Man. He's pretty terrible. The only good song by him is Rippin' Racks. That one's actually okay, but he's done some other work. I've heard some of his other music. He's a white man who is a rapper, and he just sucks. Like, look up some of his videos and you'll see what I'm talking about. He cannot rap. He has no flow. He sucks. He's just trash and garbage. Number three, I'm putting them on the list, and they're both juggalos, but they suck. Is Malicious Joker and Schizophrenic Psycho, or Systematic Psycho, sorry. Especially Systematic Psycho, because that fuckboy had the nerve to do a fucking diss track against me, calling me a bitch boy. Yeah, I am a bitch boy compared to you. Actually, no, I'm not. You're a bitch boy compared to me, rather. And I dissed him. I did another diss track several months ago and dissed him again. I responded to that video. It took some time for me to respond to it because the first time I recorded diss track to him, I was not satisfied with the diss track that I had recorded because there wasn't enough complicated rhymes in there. So I had to read up on some words in dictionary, or on in the dictionary rather, not on. Sorry, I misspoke. In the dictionary, and then started thinking of what to say to rhyme it with that word. You know, a word to rhyme with the other word, and then come up with a few more to add into the video to make it a good diss track against him. But this guy sucks. Jack of Gold Kick and I both roasted his ass, and he didn't respond in kind. He just got hostile with us, threatening us with guns and stuff. Which, fans, please report Malicious Joker and Systematic Psycho for harassment and cyberbullying. Please do it. I want y'all to do it because they deserve it. And Malicious Joker, he did a song called Natural Born Killers with some other dude. And the track, pardon my language, but the track was very explicit. Talked about sucking dick and things like that. It was like, get that shit out of here, man. That's fucking gay. That's disgusting. Plus, that song was too short. That song was only 1 minute and 55 seconds long. Okay, that was too short. It just had Malicious Joker in one verse, and then some other dude that he featured in the first part of the verse. That song, I think, should have been more like a 3.5 minute song because there wasn't enough lyrics in it. And, you know, the chorus was really gay and just, it wasn't good. It was whack, you know. I mean, the beat was nice. That was nice. But the lyrics were junk and weak, and I just wasn't feeling either one of them. But his friend, Systematic Psycho, is actually worse than Malicious Joker because, you know, he made a diss track on me, talking a whole lot of shit, and he also um, threatened me with guns and stuff in the songs, thinking that's cool. That's not cool. That'll get you arrested, dude. Physical violence, even in music, I don't find appealing. I just find it repulsive. Excuse me. And he just sucks. It's like, you are a dumb motherfucker, and you got no taste, you suck. Yeah, I like to play with myself because I am gay. I am Systematic Psycho. It's like, who the hell raps like that? That's just bullshit. That's fucking garbage, man. That's whack. Okay? Garbage. Garbage. It's garbage. Okay? It's not good rap. And you suck. You both suck. Alright, so number 4, because I tied those two into 3. Number 4, I think, has to go to Doja Cat. I listened to that song. If I say, blah, 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 Pete Town Red. I think the song's called Red. I don't like that song. I heard that song on TV, on a commercial, and I was like, oh, I'll look into that song. I listened to that song 1 or 2 times, and I wasn't feeling it. she doesn't respect her fans either. She's a jerk towards her fans. See, people have said some things to her, and she's even slapped fans across the face and things like that. She's not going to be relevant in 10 years from now. She's just a dumb, idiotic black woman who raps about pointless crap that's not even true or relevant. It's whack. Plus, she has that red hair. I don't really care. The woman's got red hair. It's black. I don't care about that sort of thing. But what I do care is when I'm listening to rap music that your stuff is good. That the beats are good, that your lyrics are good, and that you have good flow, good punchlines, and that you're a lyricist. But Doja Cat is not a lyricist. Not someone that you can look up to either or respect because she doesn't respect her fans. She's a piece of shit woman. She's just as bad as Cardi B. She sucks. They both suck. And Nicki Minaj also sucks. But Nicki Minaj is a little bit above the suckage compared to Doja Cat and Cardi B. But those three are not on the level of MC Lyte, Foxy Brown, and Lil' Kim. Those were actually good female rappers. Now it just seems like the majority of female rappers today, they just suck. They're garbage. They're whack and they have no lyrical ability. All they want to do is rap about their private parts, sex, and being a sex object. And then they wonder why men are mistreating them and talking down upon them, calling them bitches and hoes and things like that. It's because you're putting yourself out there as an image and you're saying that this is okay for me to look sexy wearing practically no clothes in a music video for a 2 to 4 minute song. And then you wonder why men are raping women and doing such terrible things. It's because they're doing shit like this. It's not good. I know that rape is disgusting, but it's still not good. If they didn't want to be treated this way, then they shouldn't be dressing this way, and they shouldn't be acting this way, especially in rap. And that's what Doja Cat does. And Doja Cat is just garbage. Her music sucks. Number 5 is I'm thinking, sorry. Oh, let's get this pop-up out of the way. There we go. Number 5 has to be that Lil Uzi Vert guy. I don't know if y'all have ever heard of him, but he made that song, I Want It That Way. I want it that way. I don't know if I put him on the list before, so forgive me if I'm putting him on the list again. But I think that dude is terrible. Like, awful. I've heard some of his music, and I do not care for Lil Uzi Vert at all. I've heard a couple songs by him. Do not care for him. Alright, yeah, Lil Uzi Vert has no flow, no lyrical ability. There's nothing. He's another garbage mumble rapper who stinks and can't rap. Number 6 is Young Thug. Young Thug is whack, man. I don't know why anybody can listen to Young Thug and say, yeah, that was a good rap. Young Thug thinks that he's better than rappers that came out before him like DMX and Tupac, Nas, Eminem, Jay-Z, Lupe Fiasco, the Beastie Boys, Run DMC, rappers like that, LL Cool J, but actually were nice. He thinks that he's better than all of them. No, you're not better than all of them, Young Thug. Stop it. You cannot rap. You're not hardcore. You stink. Okay? Stop rapping. Quit it. You're garbage, dude. You suck. I heard that song Sub-Zero. 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 I don't care for that song. It's whack. It's trash. Garbage. Get out of here with that. Number 7 is the other whack MC. I know this is gonna probably make people mad, but I was never a fan of XXX Tentacion. It's sad to see that he died young. He was killed in Florida. He was murdered by some whack job. But besides that song Sad, which I'll admit had meaning to it, he's another garbage mumble rapper who I could not stand. But I understand the song Sad. Don't get me wrong, that song is probably why a lot of people still listen to him to this day. Because the song, I'm sad to know ya, I'm sad to know ya, da da, da 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 da. I'm sad to know ya, I'm sad to know ya. It's because of that song. But he also did some other songs like Mad and other songs that he featured other artists on. But um, he had more meaning to his songs. That's why I'm generous putting him at number 7 and not like up on the top in the top 5. But because of the song Sad, that's why he was so successful. If it hadn't been for that song, people wouldn't have listened to him or known him. But he sounded more hip hop, not rap or hip hop. He was more of a pop artist. So I don't know. Don't know why he fits in the rap category, but he's a disgrace, in my opinion. I don't give a damn what other people think. They think that he's a good rapper? No. Not in my opinion, he was not. But it is sad that he was unfortunately murdered and he died young. He was only like 20 or 21, I think, or 22 when he got shot. So that is sad. But honestly, Nipsey Hussle was a better rapper than him, in my honest opinion. Excuse me a second. Oh, sorry about that. Alright, moving on. Number 8. Number 8, in my opinion, it goes to Smokepurpp. I don't know if you ever heard of Smokepurpp, but he wasn't a good rapper either. He was another mumble rapper in the rap game, and if you listen to him, yeah, I don't know what you're thinking. Why would you think Smokepurpp was a good rapper? He's not a good rapper at all. In fact, he's so not memorable like that I can't even remember one of his songs. I can't. But it's spelled Perp, P-U-R-R-R-P. Spelled with like 3 R's in it or something. Weird way of spelling things, but yeah, I wasn't a fan of him either. Number 9 is Chamillionaire. Chamillionaire was whack, man. He was a one-hit wonder. The song Riding Dirty was really his only good song. There are other songs that he put out, and they just were not good. You know what I mean? Or they weren't very memorable. But he's at number 9 because he isn't as bad as the rest of these rappers that I had on the list. So that's why I'm nice of putting him at number 9. But besides that song, Chamillionaire was pretty much whack. You know, it was garbage. Number 10 is Mims, Music is My Savior. Now, I'll admit, I like that song, This Is Why I'm Hot. This is why I'm hot. This is why, this is why, this is why I'm hot. I'm hot 'cause I'm fly. You ain't 'cause you not. This is why, this is why, this is why I'm hot. Yeah, that song came out in 2007, and that song was pretty good, actually. I like that song. But besides that, they put out a song called Move, and all the other songs nobody remembers, nobody knows. He hasn't done anything in a long time. Mims could very well be a good rapper if he put out more content, put out more songs, but he doesn't put out any music, or he just was there for a few years and then disappeared. But Mims is whack, man, because like if you're gonna be a good rapper, and I know Mims is not a he's not a mumble rapper, so thank God for that. But if you're gonna be a good rapper, you gotta consistently put out music, okay? And I feel like Mims put out one or two albums, and then after that, he just disappeared. You know what I mean? I'd like to see Mims come back in 2025 here and put out another CD. And Mims, please don't be a mumble rapper. Come on, I heard this song, This Is Why I'm Hot, back in 2007, and I thought it was really good. The song Move was very catchy. Move if you want it, if you want it, if you want to move. Move if you want it, if you want it, if you want to move. So just remember your old music, your old stuff that you were putting out, and just keep vibing with it, man. You know, fuck the haters. Fuck those people who say that, oh, well, it's 2025, you gotta get with the mumble rap, blah, blah, blah. Because the people who have common sense, like me, and I know TG Venom, that guy has talked a lot about um, rap music, you know, and there's some other people, I'm sure, that don't like mumble rap, have said this about rappers, that if they want to be better, they should make better music. And Mims wasn't as bad as the rest of these guys on the list, but the problem is that he didn't put out enough music. And nobody really knows his music besides the song This Is Why I'm Hot. I'm lucky I know the song Move by him. But I don't know any of his other songs. You know, I don't even know him. So, I mean, Mims is just a one hit wonder, I guess. Unless he comes out with another album. But honestly, with there being hundreds of other rappers these days, I doubt Mims is going to make a comeback. Same with Nelly. And I like Nelly. But Nelly hasn't put out anything in a long time. He was there for a little bit with the song Only Just a Dream. You know, and then he disappeared. And now Nelly's pretty much not in the spotlight anymore. But the same could be said about Mims. Mims needs to come back and make more music. There's some other rappers that are whack that should make the list, but they didn't quite make the list, but they are dishonorable mentions. Jibbs, he's the one that did that school type of song, or I used to hear it when I was on the bus. I was never a fan of Jibbs, Jibbs. Birdman, I was never a fan of Birdman. You know, that song We Fly High that he did with Jim Jones and that other dude, T.I. I think it was. That was actually a good song, but Birdman at his single stuff, it's whack. It's not very good. There's a rapper called Little Durk. I'm not a fan of Little Durk. I think he's trash. Waka Flocka Flame. Machine Gun Kelly is definitely a dishonorable mentions. Um, I was not a fan of Chief Keef. Except that song I don't like. That song's alright. But the rest of his music's pretty much terrible. Um, Pop Smoke. Juice WRLD. These are all MCs right here that I think are whack. That are not good rappers at all, you know. I also don't understand Super Hot Fire. That guy, people think is Super Hot Fire, like that he's a good rapper, but I disagree. I think he's fucking whack. I mean, he beat Soldier Boy, but that's not a surprise to me because Soldier Boy sucks donkey dick. You know, he sucks so bad. Like, anybody could beat Soldier Boy. Eminem could wrap circles around Soldier Boy. You know, hell, even 50 Cent could do better than Soldier Boy. So, I'm not surprised that Super Hot Fire won a rap battle against him. But Super Hot Fire is trash as well. He's trash. Listen to some freestyles. I never understood what is the appeal of Super Hot Fire. He's more like Super Hot Garbage. Bobby Shmurda, I think he's whack, man. That song Hot. I don't want to say the word. I'm white, but you know what I'm talking about. Um, that I wasn't a fan of that song. I don't know of any of his other music, but I know that song is by him, and I wasn't a fan. So that's just some rappers that I could name that I think are whack and don't deserve to be a rapper or have any sort of recognition whatsoever. Have no lyrics worthwhile or lyrical ability, and they either lack flow or they might have flow, but they don't have enough impact on the rap music. Or they might have one song that was good, but they didn't put out enough music to begin with to actually be considered a good rapper. So those are all the things that I would say to make a rankings list for some other whack MCs. And I know that there's more, so I might end up being another video about this in the future. But anyways, that's all I really got to say. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm Larry the Batman fan. God bless you all. Thank you for watching and take care. Peace.